Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer, and it's part 9 of this save where I'm managing Unterhaching over in, well, it's Bundesliga 2 now. We were bottom of Division 3 in Germany, but I managed to get them promoted in my first season, and well, I'm telling you all of this. If you don't know, there's not that many videos to go and watch. Just go and watch from the beginning. It's a very interesting save. And yes, it is an interesting save because the finances are awful. And to be honest, even as we speak today, they're still awful. The board is still putting money in to keep us afloat. However, my job is to try and get those finances better by making the team better. And that in itself is a massive job. So I have been doing a lot of soul searching, and the last few days I've been working very, very hard on this save. And it's not easy because the level of player that wants to come to our club is not great, if I'm honest. That level of player that would take us to the next stage where we could, you know, solidify ourselves in Bundesliga 2 just doesn't want to come to us. So I had a good think to myself and thought, right, what would anybody, who has a problem in any walk of life do? Let's go back to basics because we weren't doing well. The last episode, we'd lost both of the games, and we had won a few games, but we were nicking them 1-0, and we just didn't look good at all. We were giving the ball away all of the time. And it wasn't. I mean, I've played quite a few games because I didn't want to put that kind of performance on camera again. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to commentate on. So I've done a lot of soul searching, went back to basics, and I said to I've got the assistant manager in the office, said, right, come on, we're going back to basics. What do you think? So I gave him my version. I said, look, I don't think this, in fact, I know this bunch of players cannot play a gegenpress. I love the gegenpress in Football Manager. They can't play it. The mental attributes of most of this team are just not up to scratch at all. So we can't really play the gegenpress. So my assistant manager said, well, how about a fluid counter-attacking, which try and keep us solid at the back, and basically, we soak up some pressure, win the ball back, hit him on the break. So I said, you know what? That sounds okay. I don't like wing play. Most of the things in Football Manager I'm not very keen on. But a fluid counter-attacking for this level of team, I'll go with that. However, we're only going to do that if I can play with 3 centre-backs and the wing-backs high. So he said, I don't know whether that'll work. I said, well, we've got to try something because otherwise we're going to be back in Division 3 in Germany. I may well lose my job. You will be coming with me. And then we'll both be out of work. And the club will be still in a financial mess. And we'll be back in Division 3. We have to do something. We've done something. So we're going to look at recruitment first. I have made 3 signings because even though we're outside of the transfer window, if you look in the small print, you can actually make free transfers up to the 1st of February, I think it is, 2025. So I thought, okay, I'm in game now with the 29th of January 2025. Yes, I have played a few games, but I just wanted to make sure that this formation and tactic was actually working, because sometimes in Football Manager you make a change and it works for a couple of games and you think, cracks it, and then it all goes pear-shaped again. It's still not working, like 10 out of 10, if you will. It's probably working 6 out of 10, let's put it that way. But it is working to an extent. So as you know, Matt Penny, when Almere City came in, 125,000, his buyout clause, he went. Needed a new left wing back. Okay, I'm not quite sure whether I've shown you this lad, but Ricard Pujol has come in, 26-year-old Spanish lad. Again, his mentals, composure, concentration, off the ball, teamwork, not great, but he was a free transfer. And he's come in £1,500 a week wages, which we can afford. and he's now got a value of 250,000. So if we sold him tomorrow, it would be money in the bank. And like I said in the last episode, we may in the short term, we may have to be a selling club. So try and get those finances right. Okay, so that's one in. I kind of did think to myself, right, we're going to play three at the back. And whether you like that or not, with the two wing backs high, it's one of those, isn't it? But I brought this lad in, 25-year-old, Spanish again, and he's 6'2", right-footed. Once again, mentals, not amazing. He's not very aggressive, but then again, that should stop him getting a lot of yellow cards. But he's not. He's the best of a bad bunch. I hope he's not listening, because he's got to do a good job for us. So he's okay, but let's carry on, shall we? Before I get myself in too much trouble. And then I thought to myself, right, this striker situation, what are we doing? So I was playing with just the one striker. So there was a point a few games ago where Latlia was the leading goal scorer for the club with 4 goals. Absolutely appalling return. Schlacks, my defensive midfielder, is now the leading goal scorer for the club with 5 goals. And that's only because he takes the penalties. He takes a good penalty, Schlacks. So I kind of thought to myself, right, let's have a look at that as well as going like more or less 5 at the back. So I managed to pick this lad up, and I think I've got a little bit of a steal here. Provided we can keep him fit, Hobbs is on his way back. As we know, he broke his leg. Not great. Hobbs is on his way back, but I have actually got him on the transfer list at the moment, because after breaking his leg at 29-30, I don't think he'll come back the same player. So we go for this lad, and he's very physical. He's quick. 25-year-old, 4.5-star pressing forward. I mean, he beats all of our. He's the best player at the club now. I've had to pay 5,000 in wages to get him. Yes, I know the finances are taking a bit of a hit, but I have to take a bit of a risk somewhere. This lad could be the risk. Him and Lackley up front. I played them for the first time in a game together. They both scored in the same game. They both helped each other, and I think that's what we've been missing. Okay, so let's have a look at what I'm playing. So the tactic is this. 3 centre-backs. So we've got Hoffman, Kaprowski and Pastor. Kaprowski is the captain, and I think Volath is the vice-captain. So both of them are in the team. That should do our dynamics and morale and leadership. That should do that a power of good. I've had a spreadsheet on this. I've gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. If this doesn't work, then all my years of playing Football Manager have been for nothing. I'm putting all my Football Manager knowledge into this, more than I think I've ever put into any other team, because I really want this to work. And so we've got Fer Rodriguez or Mazza is playing the playmaker. I mean, I'm telling you, players here. Really, this is the formation. We're playing that fluid counter-attacking. I have tweaked it a little bit, so it is a custom fluid counter-attacking now. So I do have a second version of this. So I class this version to be the cautious version. This is the one where we're just, defending, hit them on the break. The second version is the attacking version, which basically pushes the wing backs up a little bit, and we're going for a little bit more. Some of the team instructions are going for it a bit more. As you can see, we've got 2 strikers there. So Latlia is the deep lying forward. So that means he can kind of link up with the midfielders a little bit better. And Encada likes to play as a pressing forward. And it has been working. So as you know, in that last episode, we lost both games. It was St. Pauli and Mainz 05. Lost them both, conceded 5 goals and only scored 1. So a change to this, and obviously I've done, as you can imagine, you can't just change the formation and the tactic and then say, right, that's it, done. You have to keep tweaking it. So the first game was Braunschweig away from home, 2-2 draw. So, okay, we picked up a point. And going against my better judgment, my kind of better judgment in the game is always to win games. I'm like a bear with a sore head if I don't win games. So I thought, right, come on, you need to change your mentality. If we can get a point out of most games this season, we'll avoid relegation. I think so anyway. So we got a point. I was quite happy with that. But then it started to work. So Hanover, nice 1-0 win. I put a friendly in there. And then we played the bottom of the league, Weisberg, I think they're called, away from home, a 1-0 win in that one. A bit narrow, but as you can see there, until we played Werder Bremen, the goals against column was looking rather nice there. We played 4 games, won a friendly, I know, but only conceded 1 goal. Karlsruhe, we beat them 2-0. I had no expectations for the Werder Bremen game because, well, it was at home. We got absolutely battered 4-1, but only to be expected. I wasn't worried about that one. And plus, it gives us, the extra fitness because we won't be playing cup games. Then a really important game against Hamburg because at the time, us and Hamburg were kind of vying for that spot that was just above the relegation area. We did win that one at their place. Great result. Hertha Berlin, great side Hertha Berlin. And that is the problem, Bundesliga 2, you kind of you're thinking, okay, so this is like, what is this the equivalent of? The Championship in England, maybe Sky Bet 1, I don't know, I'm not sure. But anyway, there are some very, very good teams, and Hertha Berlin being one of them. But a 1-1 draw again. I know it was at home, but once again, I'm changing my philosophy on what we need out of games. So we had a big. We played Magdeburg, didn't we? No, that was an international. They do have quite a long break in Germany for the Christmas break. So then we went away to Magdeburg. We did get beat 2-0 in that one, so we conceded 4 goals there. 1 a friendly, 1 Bundesliga 2. Then we played Darmstadt, 1-1 draw in that one. So a little bit of a dodgy spell, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Kaiserslautern, that was a massively important game because at the time they were second in the league. And I thought, you know what, this is going to be a tricky game away from home. We actually won it 2-1. Very, very good result. And actually, we were winning that game 2-0 and looked very, very good for our 2-0 lead. They did come back, but we still got the 3 points. Another friendly, and then we've come back now in the new year, because like I say, quite a big break for Christmas. Dynamo Dresden, who came up with us last season, and that was a 3-1 win, looked very, very good in that game as well. We stopped giving the ball away, and I know, as the words are falling out of my mouth, I know that is going to be the kiss of death for today, because we are playing Bochum today. I had to come back at some time, so I thought, you know what, let's play the top of the league and see how it goes. It's at their place. We're going to give the ball away a load and get smashed, I know. And then we've got Kiel at home in today's episode. And then the last game was against Paderborn, and that was away from home, and that was a 0-0. And this is the league table, and yes, shocked. I know, I'm very shocked as well. We're in 6th place, 19 games played. And then when you bear in mind, Lacklier was the leading goal scorer on 4 goals. As you can see there, our goal difference is 0. It has been in the minus figures quite recently. So we have pulled it to 0. And if you look at the teams who are in and around us, like Kaiserslautern, have got a goal difference of 9. Hanover have got a goal difference of 6. Ours is 0. There lies our problem. We ain't putting the ball in the back of the net, but we're starting to turn it around a little bit, I feel. 31 points, and we're actually not that far off 3rd place, are we? Or even 2nd, if I'm honest. Obviously, Bochum running away with the league. They are going to be, runaway winners of the league this season. And also, I've used something in the game that I don't normally use. You know, when you get the message from the board giving you the 3 options. I always feel that's a bit of a banana skin, but the first option was stay on the wage budget that you've got, obviously with no transfer budget, but stay on the wage budget that you've got, and basically try to avoid relegation. The second one was, I think, £1,000 more in the wage budget. I've actually gone for the third option, which I think basically says that we're going to finish mid-table. I promise them we're going to finish mid-table. Got an extra £2,000 in the wage budget and managed to sign that new striker on £5,000 a week. It's a gamble. It's definitely a gamble. We'll have a look at the finances through this episode. Once again, they're not great, and the board are still putting money in. And it's kind of fingers crossed at the moment as to whether or not that state gets me sacked or not. However, they have given me a new contract. So I'm on a new 3-year contract. That to me says that the board are quite happy to keep putting money in and see where it ends up. Let's get stuck into these two games, Bochum and Kiel. Both very, very good teams. Bochum will be extremely difficult, if not impossible. Kiel, I don't know. It's at home. We are capable of doing it. We have played some very decent teams, Kaiserslautern being one of them that we beat. So, okay, you've really are more than filled in now. I've given you all the information. We played a lot of games, new tactic, new formation, new players even. Let's get stuck in. It's Bochum at their place. I fear the worst. Well, it's match day. Yeah, remember, this is a defensive tactic. Number 1 is a defensive tactic. Number 2 tactic, which normally is my defensive tactic, is a more attacking tactic. So I have switched my mentality on this. So we always start a game in this formation, cautious. If I need to in a game, I can switch to number 2 tactic. We have had the mandatory injury just before a game. If Sports Interactive are listening, if you could very kindly take that out of FM26, because it's very boring, frustrating and boring. Did I say boring? It's very, very boring how you get at least one injury before every game kicks off. My word, does that need changing. Okay, so our captain is injured basically. So Luca has had to come in the centre of those back three. So it's Valath in goal. Back three of Hoffman, Luca and Pastor. The two wing backs playing on support duty, Leemans and Kaignu. And the midfield three are Mazza, Kretella and Schlax. And we've had a dual strike force today of Lacklier and Enkada. Yes, I know it's a little bit of a weird deep line forward, pressing forward. I know I don't normally play that, but then again, I am playing some, or my mentality had to change. It had to change because we weren't doing well. If we'd have stayed playing as we were, we would have got relegated back into Division 3. And, well, I mean, that probably would have been the save dead, wouldn't it, really? Because you want to see some progression in a save. And anyway, let's get stuck into this game. So Kaiserslautern really putting the pressure on at the top there. Although Bochum have got quite a big points gap, but they've just won 5-4 against the bottom team in the league. So they're putting the pressure on. If we can get 3 points today, it moves Kaiserslautern 3 points nearer to Bochum. But as you can see there, Bochum taking the game to 3 shots, 2 on target. A point today would be a bonus, I think. And we reach half time. There's only been one highlight in that first half. To be quite honest, if we got no highlights in the second half and it finished 0-0, that would do me down to the ground. I know, I'm still the gobby gaffer. He's not been substituted. I know it's not like me to be saying things like that, but I really have had to change my my mentality. We're actually going to say we're pleased with that as well, which once again, it's not like me at all, is it? I did notice Kagnu there looking very, very tired. So as long as we've got him on the bench, yes, we have. Ferran can come on. And, well, let's just see if we can hold on to a 0-0. There is 45 minutes to play, though. And Bochum, they've seen the Kaiserslautern result. They need 3 points out of this game. Okay, it is Bochum then. 53 minutes on the clock. We do get a highlight, and that one is in the back of the net. And that's a little bit of a shame. The referee is looking at this one. It might might get called offside this. It was a looping ball into the box, so he might have strayed offside there. But it is awarded. So unfortunately Bochum now are winning 1-0. Not ideal if I'm honest. Okay, we do get a highlight. Pastor plays the ball to Ferran. Ferran with fresh legs now. 55 minutes on the clock. And that's a great shame that. You know, we held out for 45 minutes there. We stifled the game. And then a few minutes into the second half, and we basically concede a goal. One of the football manager traits there coming in. Although we have won the ball back, so that's quite nice to see. Mazza now plays the ball back to Luca. Lovely ball. No, it's not a lovely ball over the top at all. That was a very, very poor ball. So not playing particularly well in this game. But, you know, I have seen games off camera where we've not played particularly well and either drawn or lost. So I'm not saying I've found the answer to our problems 100%. Not at all. But I think it has stabilised us a little bit, which is what we needed, really. You know, I mean, I think with the points haul that we've got at the moment, although there is a long way to go in the season, but I think that points haul should see us round about mid-table towards the end of the season. We're not going to win games like this, but like I say, you know, sometimes you just have to, you know, you have to be grateful for what you're given. And I think this is a better team now, and the tactic and the formation and everything is better suited to the players. And unfortunately, Mazza takes it on himself to fire the ball, and I think it comes off the frame of the goal. But we do get a corner from that. Our new centre forward takes the corners, and Carter, ball into the box. We have gone near post now. I've taken the far post corners off. They weren't being very effective at all. Luca gives the ball away, and ball's hoofed upfield. But virtually every one of the Bochum players in their penalty area. Well, I don't think it'll do as much good. I have gone into the second tactic now, which is basically attacking, and the wing-backs are pushing on. But we have fresh legs on both sides now. Pujol has come on the left. Obviously, Ferran came on the right. Kaiser has come on up front as an advanced forward. Lackley on a yellow and siren. And Fer Rodriguez has come on as the attacking midfielder. But I have no great hopes. I mean, to be honest, if we get beat 1-0 in this game, it's not a thrashing, is it? But we've got to try. We've got to try and get that equaliser. I mean, is there any mileage in playing cautiously and going for a 1-0 loss? It's not really the Gobby Gaffer way, if I'm honest. I mean, I have changed. Not that much. Okay, big hoof out by the Bochum keeper. We do head that into midfield, but it goes to a Bochum player. Ball over the top there. Ansat is through. And that's chipped into the back of the net. And that little issue there, I thought playing with three centre-backs would solve that issue to an extent, because they seem very, very static. We saw that in the two games in the last episode. They were actually guilty of just being very static and letting players run through them or past them. It's happened again there. Okay, maybe going attacking wasn't the greatest move. We will make a change now. I mean, the centre-backs are a bit tired, so maybe that's a bit of an excuse. It's a shame. 1-0, I think, would have been an okay result today. But it looks like we are going to get beat. And Carter is the new free kick taker by the looks of it. Is he going to score a direct free kick and surprise us all? He actually has scored a direct free kick. And, well, I'm shocked. I think that's the first direct free kick I've seen go in. I don't know when the last time was. If he can take free kicks like that, well, he'll be my best friend. Okay, 2 minutes left now. Mazza plays the ball to Ferran. And, I mean, this would be very unlikely. Go on, spin it, lad. Go on. Can again. Go on, Fer Rodriguez. Chip the keeper. Oh, Football Manager is a very cruel game. That would have given us a 2-2 for sure. Oh my word. Short corner. Mazza, Fer Rodriguez. Back to Mazza. Chips it in the box. and the ball is headed out, and Pujol's going to absolutely smash this. No, Mazza's going to smash it, and Mazza just gives the ball away. Okay, I think that's more or less it done. Schlax, Pujol. I think our chance has gone really of getting the point, and we give the ball away again. That's a real shame. That it's very rare I end a game losing and have a smile on my face, but my word, I've had to change my mentality a little bit with this Unterhaching team, and the fact that we could have come away there with a 2-2 draw if that shot would have gone in. Very, very unlucky. And I am actually going to say I'm pleased. My word. Yeah, I know. It is still me. I'm going to say I'm pleased. And we've just got beat. And before I forget, I did say I would show you the finances. We were down to about 40,000 in the red. Now we're up to 3 million in the red. And the board just keep pumping money in after money after money. You know, 500,000, 600,000 just to keep us afloat. But I have got that 3-year contract in my hot, sweaty mitts. The wage budget, we are over it by 4,000. So I don't think we were totally overrun there by Bochum. I thought we got smashed 4 or 5-0 in that game, and we didn't. So maybe this new formation, maybe the new players, maybe the new tactic, it's going to be the thing that keeps us in this division, and then come summer we can start building again. Let's see if we can do a little bit better against Kiel. We'll see you in the dugout. Well, I didn't notice that the injury to Kaprowski was a 5-week injury. So that injury we got just before the Bochum game. 5 weeks, not great. He's our captain. The team today is Volath in goal. The 3 central defenders are Hoffman, Luca and Pastor. We have Leemans and Ferran today starting as the wing backs. The 3 in midfield, switched it a little bit. Critella's going to be the playmaker. Mishigo, who's getting lots of plaudits at the moment, but he's not really in my thoughts. But he's getting lots of plaudits, international shouts, all of that kind of thing. So maybe I should be playing him. He's the box-to-box. Schlax is going to play the ball-winning midfield player. Hopefully we get a penalty today, and you can see how Schlax, deposits a penalty. And then Encada and Lackley up front, switch them around a little bit as well. Left to right basically. Lackley is going to play advanced forward today, and Encada is going to be his pressing forward, which he likes to play. So I never know with this team which team is going to turn up. Is it going to be the very indifferent team who gives the ball away all the time, or is it going to be the team who can actually pass the ball around really nicely and score some nice goals? And it looks like we have, we've given the ball away there in the first under 4 minutes on the clock. Ball up the right-hand side, Becker now. Kiel are a very good team though. I think they're in 4th place as it stands. And we get away with one there. I think that's not gone to a penalty, has it? No, it's gone to a corner. Header out from the corner. Kiel are going to pick this one up though. It's all Kiel in these first 5 minutes. And I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Hopefully we don't get a player sent off. No. Okay, I've just upped the mentality a little bit. We've gone to a positive mentality now. We are at home. I know it's Kiel and they are a good side, but I'd like to see us trying to score a goal today at the very least. I mean, we scored 3 goals in a game very recently, and I was like whooping and hollering because basically we don't score 3 goals in a game. Oh, and that's a nice goal. And that near post corner that I've changed, we were in swinging them to the far post, wasn't working. The keeper they read that. They were just picking the ball out the air all the time. Gone to the near post. Hoffman rises there. I think he had 3 players around him then and rose very, very nicely indeed. So dropped straight back into the cautious mentality again. We need to keep it nice and tight at the back. I'm expecting our ball-winning midfield player to work his socks off here. Try and keep the ball away from them 3 centre-backs, because as we saw in the last game, against a decent attack, they can be very, very vulnerable. Ball's heading out there. And, we're fighting for our lives here. And the shot there over the bar, and we do get away with one. So we're going to half-time. We've been absolutely battered there, but we're doing what we can do. I think we should change our name, or at least have a middle name. We're Smash and Grab Merchants. And you know what? If that's what it takes to stay in this league, I'll take it all day long. We are still not a great side. Defensively, we're very poor. But my theory is, if I have enough bodies at the back there, hopefully the ball will just keep hitting it people's backsides, ankles or anything and won't hit the back of the net. That's the theory. And hopefully we've got a striker now who can put the ball in the back of the net. Although it is a central defender who scored today. We are pleased though. Okay, we kick off in the second half. Lehmans now plays the ball back to Luca. You notice I don't use his second name. I can't pronounce it. His first name is Luca, so I just call him Luca. Lacklier now. Keeps hold of the ball. Ferran, lovely little touch. Can he slide it? Is it in the back of the net? No, it's not. And a better team would have scored that. But the keeper saves that one and keeps it at 1-0. 2-0 there. Could have sealed the game for us. Mashigo plays the ball to Cretella. Ball in the box. Can we get a head on that one? Yes, we can. And Luca there. I think the keeper got a touch on that one because it is another corner. Short this time. And Nkada. It's a shame, really, he's taking the corners. I mean, I don't know whether I probably should change that because really we need him in the box. But to be fair, he took a good corner for the first goal. So, you know, I mean, scoring from corners is as much about the corner taker as it is about the scorer, isn't it? Okay, Kiel now with the ball and the keeper there hoofs it out. Can we pick that up in midfield? Cretella, a little ball headed back there and he's giving it away. And here we go again. Ball's in the back of the net and that back three again. I mean, the referee's looking at this one, but I don't think there's any point. I think we are going to have to go into a positive mentality again because if that second goal would have gone in, I kind of think yeah, it's been allowed that. It's 1-1. Not ideal. That back three is pretty awful. They're so static, it's untrue. So static. But anyway, you know, let's keep a positive mindset going. Let's keep a positive mindset. We've looked very good in this game. Well, apart from the defence, we've looked very good. A lot better than we looked in the last episode. As I say, that Kiel get their second. And we are now losing 2-1. Which is a great shame, because we've actually looked okay in this game. I'm not unduly... I mean, I knew when I was coming back for these two games, I thought, shall I play them off camera? I fear we might lose them. It's not going to look great on camera, but, you know, I had to come back sometime, and I thought, you never know, we might put on a great show and win the game. Not to be. Okay, Kiel now with all of the momentum. They're winning 2-1. All of that really nice football that we've seen and the chances that we've seen have come to nothing, basically. So it's Kiel now taking us to the cleaners. We can't even win the ball on the edge of the box. And that back three is very static. I mean, this is perfect for us. We're a counter-attacking team. We need to put this in the back of the net now. It's a chance for us to score here. Ferran. What a nice goal from Ferran as well. My word. I mean, he looked like he was running through treacle when he got into the penalty area. But, I don't know, maybe that deceived the defender. Because let's have a look at that one again. He just looked like he was running through treacle when he got into the penalty area. He's like, I'm going to fire it into the back of the net. It is 2-2. I am going to stay on positive because I would like to get the 3 points out of this game. Right, we are getting a message here. 4 changes, both wing backs change now. Pujol and Kaignu come on. Basu has been knocking on my door wanting more game time. Well, he gets a chance today. You watch now, I'll probably give the ball away for their winning goal. But Schlax has gone off very tired and Mazza has come on as the playmaker. Mashigo, actually, as a box-to-box, unless he's not working very hard, because you would think the box-to-box in the team would be the tiredest. He's hardly broke a sweat by the looks of it. Okay, both strikers looking very tired, but you never know. Let's just try and hoof a ball forward, and one of them can run onto it and smash it in the back of the net, and we win the game 3-2. It sounds great in my head. Well, we've definitely had the game taken to us today. We've had 6 shots, 4 on target, so the conversion rate's not been too bad. Another ball over the top there, but either our strikers are very tired and are just not running for them, or the ball is a very, very poor ball. And we are looking a bit of a tired outfit now. I think I need to start resting players in between games. Because, okay, Hoffman wins the ball, gives it to Basso. Basso's doing his best there to do exactly what I thought he might do and give the ball away for their 3rd goal. But we're playing a little bit like Barcelona there. We're playing as though we know what we're doing, and then we give the ball away. It's very, very. That's going in the back of the net, isn't it? It's 3-2 to Kiel. I don't know what to say. We've played really well in this game again. We scored 2 goals. We're getting beat 3-2. Once again, it's that defence. I mean, a chipped ball into the box there. We gave the ball away in the first place. But, I mean, surely that was offside, was it not? Or did he play the ball backwards? He might have played the ball backwards. Well, Kiel with an XG of 2.88, 14 shots, 7 on target. And I feel like we've been very, very unlucky there today. Well, it's a mixture of unlucky and our back 3, well, couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. They're pretty useless, our back 3. I thought putting 3 centre-backs on would be effective. And against the better teams, it's not, is it? Unfortunately, this time I am going to give them an angry. Not happy with that at all. I think we should be getting at least a point at home out of teams like Kiel. Not great, that. Not great at all. So everybody's played 21 points. We still do stay in 7th place, 31 points. So obviously we've lost some head of steam there without a shadow of a doubt. But we're still in 7th place. All is not lost. There's a lot of football to play. But the problem is we are on a little bit of a bad run now. I mean, we've had them before, the Magdeburg and Darmstadt 98. Those 2 games, we dropped 5 points in those 2 games. We're now on quite a bad run. Paderborn a draw and then 2 losses. But like I say, Bochum, top of the league. I think they're going to get promoted this season. So no disgrace in that one. And Kiel, a 3-2 loss at home. And I feel quite badly done to with that one. I'm a bit disappointed. But unusually, after 2 defeats, I'm not unduly worried. We are a very poor team. There is no doubt about it. I'm trying to bring players in on free transfers. They're not the greatest of players. I brought a 4.5-star striker in, but we do need to feed him, don't we? And I don't even know if we've got the players to feed him. He might be far too good for us. If we can get him firing on all cylinders and scoring goals. I mean, we did score 2 goals in that game. We scored a goal against Bochum as well, but came out with no points at all. But like I say, not unduly worried at this point. We're still 7th in the league. If we can finish mid-table this season, the finances are a big worry though. How much more are we going to go into debt? And how long are the board going to put up with that and keep putting their hand in the pocket and bolstering the finances? I don't know. I've still got that shiny new contract. We'll see you next time.